maybe I would have had more shotgun shells if I would have did this part first. I don't know if you pick up any shotgun shells on this part though. That's supposed to be that hard. Maybe some of that gave you shotgun shells. I don't know. But for the good part, you should probably use this gun. These guns. There's two of them. It's not. It didn't used to. It's hard. Shouldn't have got that backed up. Crow to faggot bitwaves 2019 D's nuts, but Crow doesn't want me on. I told him to come on the show. Professional streamers need their time to work. Just call him so he can create Crow to fag. He want to complain about how old he is and stuff that old people complain about. But that is old people can't half those shots miss. Probably. We'll try it. We're gonna do better this time. Just give me a second. We gotta warm up. You're not banned from Crow. He made me alt tap. Now you have to look at trees. Enjoy the trees. That's what you're looking at. What does blank do? Oh, look, you could look at birds. You could look at birds while I'm alt tap. They're crows. What is he saying? That he's banned from my server? I don't think so. Where do you look for that? Server settings, moderation. Bans. I don't see Kitty in there. There's some people, but mostly deleted users. I don't think Kitty is a deleted user.
Wait.
Oh, there's Kitty.
What's up, Mr. Birdman?
You're on Bitwave. Hold on. I have to fix the screen, and I'm dying. God damn it! You killed me, Kitty. How you doing, Kitty?
I'm good.
Are you good?
I'm pretty good. Yeah, you know, circumstantially good.
Well,
what's the word for that?
I don't know, but here's the people are getting bored of you, and here you are. Again, do you think people are gonna complain about you? You know, trying to. Well, what do you think about that? Like, I guess.
I'm boring?
Well, people are bored. It's the same antics over and over. People were complaining about it earlier. I saw it. They're like, I'm so sick of Kitty-style. Same thing over and over. That's what somebody said. I can't remember who, but it was a person.
But that's funny. That's so funny because I got a quote. Hang on. I brought this quote with me.
You have your brother? Do you have a brother?
No.
I didn't. You have a couple sisters, from what I understand.
Yeah. I have this quote. Can I read this up? It's like a little poem.
I don't give a fuck. Do what you want. I'm playing video games.
No, yeah, but what you said, Murder, I got this poem. And it says here, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results.
So you're an insane person.
No, the other way around, Murder. That's how it is. They don't like to see the cycle.
But you do the same thing over and over. Oh fuck! I'm all. It's fine. You can keep, but we'll keep talking. I just gotta fix stuff.
No, I'm reacting to the same things over and over in the same.
In the
way.
exact same way. So
yes,
doesn't that suit your current definition of insanity? That
no.
Everybody always says in his everybody. You know, they say the definition of insanity is doing. Everybody says that.
Well, a calculator cannot be insane.
A calculator? Are you a
Okay.
calculator
Yeah,
now?
I'm trying to. Okay, so try and bear with me here for a second. So imagine a calculator, right?
A calculator.
And you say 2 plus 2. The calculator says 4, right?
It should.
And yeah, and then you do it again, and the calculator says 4, and then you're like, wait.
Well, you go
this
2
is
plus
boring.
2,
Yeah,
and it goes 4
I already
plus 2.
had this one. I already had this
Well,
one.
no, if you
and
plus
try
2
again,
again,
you're-
it's gonna
I
be
wanted
6.
to be 5, but I want it to be 5. And so you put
Well,
2
if you
plus
add
2,
2 to 4, it's 6.
four
It's
again.
never going to be 5, Kitty. If you have 4
Exactly,
apples
so
in
it's
this
always
hand
got
and
4
2
numbers.
apples in this hand, you have 6 apples. You don't have 5. You do have
Yeah,
5,
and
but
so-
you have 5 plus 1.
And so what I'm getting
That's
to,
6.
Murder, is that basically
No,
people
murder.
are
Not
Murderer.
murderer. It's
murder. Murder.
Enunciate that second D, mother. It's important. It wouldn't be there if it was meant to be ignored, would it? I don't
All
call
right,
you Kitty
no.
Styles, do I?
Murder.
I call you Kitty Style because that's what you put there. People that say
All
Kitty
right.
Styles didn't read it. So you could
Murderer.
just say
Murderer.
dirter or murderer. Either way, just
So
get that
murderer.
second D or get the fuck out. That's all I'm saying.
Murder.
There you go. So that's
so
what
what
I'm
yeah, so what I'm getting to, murder, is that I feel a little bit like the calculator. I keep
calculator.
calculating. Yeah, I'm just giving people responses. So if they're sick of the responses that they're getting,
They need to
maybe-
stop putting 2 plus 2 in if they don't want to get
They need
4.
to give other
If they want
inputs to
6,
me.
they need to put 3 plus 3 and stop with this 2 bullshit. That's that's
Oh,
what
they
you.
need to start working with me and not keep working against me. It's like, why do you act the same way like you've always done? Why do you defend yourself?
Hey, last
every
time I
you-
was no. What even happened? Last time I was paying attention to you, you were painting small pictures.
Yeah, that was Hitler's.
Did you do the
doing.
second one?
Not yet, but I have it still on my. It's like.
Well, don't you have to come and do that on Bitwave, not on Vim?
I suppose that could be my finishing stream.
Are you gonna do it in the style of the art of yours that's in the Kowalski vid? You know what I'm talking about, like the dick through the arm and shit.
No, it's too small.
You don't think you could do a small one? I think you could.
Yeah, maybe I could, but it's
That's
gonna
what
be.
I think. That's what everybody wants to see. The way you. I mean, I did want to see you do a Bob Ross, and I'd love to see you do more. But I also want to see you try to put your shit on there. Like, what would?
Yeah,
Like,
I get that. Well, all I can say is that I don't think so. I don't have the inspiration.
I don't know what inspired for you to draw dick through an arm before, but it does. I mean, you got the drug lady with
It's
the
like once I
afro.
got-
You could do the dick tulips, the fucking Pika Seahorse Chew. Any of that. You don't need to be specially inspired to. That's just your shit. Just do your shit.
You know, I used to. That's those kind of drawings. I used to do that every single day in high school or whatever.
and you
because,
forgot
you know,
how.
Doodles. These are called doodles, right?
Those were doodles. The big fucking. I don't know. It looks like there's a little more effort put into them than.
Yeah, that's just doodles. They're doodles that got painted, basically.
Well, doodle on your other little canvas, and color it in with the paint. I don't fucking know how you do it. I'm not a painter.
All right.
My name
all right.
isn't even Kitty or Bob Ross or anything like that. It's
So you want a little doodle? I was
Not a
thinking about
doodle, just a
make a
paint.
selfie. Maybe make a selfie because they're so tiny. You know, you can basically
a
fit in a face and
self-portrait,
make a selfie.
like
Not a selfie of me necessarily, just like a selfie. You know, like a goofy face up close.
something like that. I don't know. Just something good in that style. That's what I'd like to see.
I'll think about it. But you know, it's not impossible to buy another canvas.
No, it's not.
More
It's not a
things.
phone. You can get a bigger one.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
But I was thinking about making another Bob Ross. I know it's a little bit boring.
No, it came out a lot better than I thought it would.
Yeah, me too. I also think it came out pretty well. I didn't know I could paint.
That's what he used to say was the point of the show. Bob Ross, he wanted to show people that didn't think they could paint that no, it's not that hard to get some pretty good shit going. That was like his whole thing, wasn't it? I might have it wrong. Maybe I
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. That's right. That's right. So how are you doing?
Well, I'm fine. I'm playing some Dusk, talking to Kittystyles. That's pretty much what I'm doing. I keep talking in this weird fucking rhythm and it's pissing me off.
Why?
I don't know. It's not how I normally talk, but then I keep doing it, so it annoys and upsets me. See, there it is. Maybe you don't hear it. Maybe I'm crazy. I think I might be a targeted individual, Kitty.
Damn, you becoming like me?
Well, there's an awful lot of red cars lately, and then every time I try to use the internet, every time I try to use the internet, it breaks, and then there's other shit. I can't think of it right now.
But those aren't the symptoms of a stark individual.
The dogs are always barking.
That's
No, it's
that's
the
schizophrenic paranoia.
They're paying the neighbors to make their dogs bark all day, so that to frustrate and annoy.
That's paranoia.
No, that's not paranoia. That's just being gang stalked, Kitty. That I'm a gang stalking victim. I've been targeted. I'm a targeted individual, and it's rough. I'm telling you. Every time I put a burrito in the microwave, it burns. It just starts right on fire, and I think they hacked my microwave.
Wait, you put the tinfoil on?
No, you don't put tinfoil on the burrito.
Right, because that'd be fucking stupid.
You just microwave burritos, and they start on fire and burn, so I never get a heat. And then
Wait, so tell me about the burritos. How do you think they got it? How did they get away with it?
They snuck in and hacked into the microwave.
Oh yeah,
to make it burn all the food, so I can't eat, so that I go crazy. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. And then the dogs start barking, or was that
the
sooner?
dogs? So the dogs, they make the dogs bark, so you can't sleep, so you go crazy after 96 hours.
Oh, I see. So and how do they do that? How do
they
get
pay
away
your
with it?
neighbors, or they gain influence on your neighbors and ask them to make the dogs bark or play dog barking through their stereo equipment and audio video equipment.
Wow.
And they also have them tune all of their vehicles to make the engines louder, so whenever you go to sleep, they have to go start their car.
Dude, that's freaky. Who's getting stuck like that?
I don't know.
Well, it sounds like somebody. Dude, that sounds exactly like schizophrenic paranoia right there.
What?
It sounds like schizophrenia.
Schizophrenia? You think somebody that's experiencing all that might be schizophrenic? I mean, what if they look out their window right now and there's a red car and there's a guy in dark sunglasses sitting in it and it's been there for hours, and then sometimes you look out and he's not there, but you could hear his car because it has a very distinctive exhaust that has its own little sound. It kind of whistles. It goes boop boop.
Well, maybe somebody hired a private detective then, I guess.
And then phone calls. Phone calls that's just static on the other end.
But
you can kind of hear words in the static, and the words seem to be saying, I don't know.
The birds seem to be saying, I don't know.
No, the staticky noise. It seems like you could hear voices in it, but when you really pay attention, you get phone calls in the middle of the night. You answer and you say hello, and they say, static, but you could kind of like hear voices in it that might. They're saying all kinds of things. Sometimes you can't tell what it's saying. It just sounds like gibberish.
That sounds exactly like paranoid schizophrenia.
It sounds like paranoid schizophrenia.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Wait, are you having that?
If it sounds like, why would no? If they were following me, how good of an idea would it be to let them know that I know that they're following me? Then they'd be more sneaky. No, you wouldn't. No, I would never. No, not me.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll have to investigate. Is all these things real?
I have no idea.
You don't know if it's real or not.
I died.
Well,
it's like 8 times I've died on. I beat this level all the time just for fun. Heretic. I don't know.
have you ever? Now, serious question. Have you ever watched somebody with paranoid schizophrenia?
Probably. There's a lot of them out there.
Yeah. They have these symptoms that you're describing.
Oh, that's just gang stalkers. That's targeted individuals. That's what happens to people like Future Knowledge and Smita and Wilton Hutchinson and Waterfall and all of those people.
What I'm saying is that there's 2 elements to it. There's actual stalking. That's actually a thing. And there's actually schizophrenia. That's also actually a thing.
What if somebody so if you have schizophrenia, nobody can stalk you?
You can also have schizophrenia and be stalked at the same time, and that's probably got to be horrible.
Yeah. What if do you know what V2K is?
That's horrible. That is what I consider. That's like you bullying somebody without legs, you know. Try and bully somebody with paranoid schizophrenia. That's
why
just
wouldn't you bully somebody about? What if there was a reason to bully somebody without legs? I'm not gonna not bully somebody that deserves to be bullied just because they don't got no legs. That seems rude to me, Kitty. Why? That seems.
I don't think you understand the underlying causes of paranoid schizophrenia.
Can't be bullied just because they don't got no legs. That's just what. Why do you need legs to be bullied? That seems rude.
I'm just saying, you don't bully people without legs.
Why though?
You don't say to them you can't walk.
What if they deserve to be bullied? What if they're running toddlers over in their wheelchair?
Then you bully them for that. Then you.
That's why. Just because they don't have legs doesn't mean that. Just because you have ADHD and whatever else you say doesn't mean you don't deserve to be bullied. You told everybody to kneel before you. Of course you deserve to be bullied.
No, what I'm saying is that somebody's fit posting says if it's always real, they're not delusional. Yeah, then we're talking about stalking, right? But what I'm saying is that there are people that are very delusional. They don't trust other people, and that trust is broken. You do not go and fuck with their trust even more because it further makes them sick.
Whose trust?
It makes them very people with paranoid schizophrenia.
How do you know who has paranoid schizophrenia?
Because they see red cars and things that don't make sense, and
if you happen to see a lot of red cars and get weird phone calls with static that seems to be talking to you, you're probably not
seeing a lot
the
of red
victim
cars.
of some kind of conspiracy. You're probably just a paranoid schizophrenic.
Yes, that is certainly some of the symptoms
boring.
of schizophrenia.
I like the part where it's the government trying to keep tabs on you. That's fun.
that's also a thing.
Or maybe it's the aliens. Sometimes it's the aliens.
That's a symptom of the paranoid schizophrenia.
Sometimes it's the master. It's all I don't know. It could be any number of things. It doesn't have to be paranoid schizophrenia. It could be aliens.
Yeah, that's also a symptom of paranoid schizophrenia.
Aliens?
Yes.
I don't know. There's aliens in this video game, and they seem.
Yeah, Yeah, but I have you ever seen a real case of paranoid schizophrenia? Because I have. I know some people that have this, and it's not fun
Who
for
do you
those
know
people.
with paranoid schizophrenia?
That's irrelevant. But
Well, you can't use an example and just say, I have this example that perfectly describes what I'm trying to say, but you can't know anything about the example because then it wouldn't be useful as an example to
all
me
right,
anymore.
I know two women that has schizophrenia as an example. I know a really old woman. She talks about her TV. It sends messages to her. She gets messages through the antenna, and there's talking about aliens and governments and all sorts of things that just don't really, when you try to investigate these things, it doesn't quite add up and it doesn't really make sense. And it comes from a deep distrust in other people, and it's a horrible disease because it feeds into people's fantasies and delusions. And so if you bully somebody like that, you make them sick. You make them really, really, really sick, like more than they are so in the first place. I'm just saying, like it's a
How
mental
did we
disorder.
start talking about bullying schizophrenics? Like, is that what we're?
Because there's a difference between targeted individuals and people that are schizophrenic.
I
And
don't
what
think
you
so. I think most of the targeted individuals are probably schizophrenic or something. Well, no, there's
uh,
some of them that are just using it as like their thing. Like, this
well,
is why you should pay attention
what
to
about
me because
what about when people they do get targeted for something and there's a lot of bullying happening? Would you say there's
maybe they
schizophrenic? No,
shouldn't have told the entire internet that they diddled their sister. And that's how you do that.
well, so stalking is real and schizophrenia is real. They're both real, but they're different aspects.
Well, I don't
You
know. You
I
say
just think
all
you're
the
making
time you're
clear.
gang stalked, and I don't agree. People just say mean things about you on the internet. You're the one that makes it turn into. So are
But
you
they
paranoid schizophrenic?
no, because I don't talk about seeing red cars and patterns and things like that. I actually have real solid proof that people are following me and doing
No,
these
but you
things.
just showed up. I didn't see anybody talking about you, really. You just showed up and started saying, "Oh, you're all talking about me. Why are you trying to ruin my life?" So maybe that's your
No,
version
that's
of
not.
aliens or something. Nobody was really talking about you and trying to
No,
ruin your life.
I didn't talk about aliens. I came to
Yeah,
Midwave.
because
Then
you're aliens. You came in here thinking
please
you
don't
showed up
interrupt
as
me.
like,
I
yeah, I'm
want to.
talking. Nobody was talking about you. I had global chat on. I had
That's
mentioned
not
you
true. That's not true. That's
as.
simply not true. And so
Were they
Susie
talking
was
about
talking
you in
about.
chat? I was playing the video game, so
Let,
they might have
let
been.
me explain. Let me explain, murder, because you ask a question. So let me explain this. And so
What was the question I asked? Because I forgot. And if you're going to answer a question, I might as well know what the question
you say
was.
that nobody is doing this to me, and so I'm just
Oh, okay.
saying
You're
that
going to demonstrate how people stalk you
yeah. So
verbally.
basically, when I go to Bitwave to do it today, I see that my name is mentioned by Susie. She talked about how that we should all ignore me and then go to all the other channels on Vim and give them stuff so I don't go on the leaderboard. So I go down in ranks.
So
And
people
so
aren't supposed to ever talk about you, even though just a
they
week
can
ago you
talk
were
about me.
streaming.
I they of course they can talk about me. I don't mind that. I don't mind people following me. But there's 1,000 threats on me, murder. That's a solid evidence right there
There's a
that there
thousand.
is.
I've never heard anybody threaten you the way I heard you. I mean, we're talking about Susie. I remember 45 minutes to an hour of you just telling her you wanted to kill her and Kowalski in every way you can think of. And you didn't even say in Minecraft that time. You just said you wanted to kill them. Or the time when you told Dispatch you wanted to rip off his head and shit down his throat.
Yeah, that's just shit that I say because they have been stalking me for a long time. They've been doing despicable things to me. Before I said that to Susie, she's been saying the same thing. She talked with Zug Zug about going to my trailer and finding me and killing me with an axe and decapitating me. Like I don't even know.
Susie says she wanted to decapitate you? That doesn't sound
Yeah,
like Susie.
her Yeah, but it doesn't matter if it sounds like it or not. That's what she did, along with Sug Sug. A long time ago, but it
A long
happened. So
time ago?
they don't have anything to say to me about nothing. I don't really give a shit. And regarding dispatch, we had a lot of agreements about him not following me and shading me and shadowing me and doing nasty things to my life, and all those things he's been shitting on. He's been deliberately not doing that and deliberately shitting on me and writing these posts on those forums and following me, shadowing me, recording my life. And so that's what I consider active stalking. You know, it's not like he's just watching
You
me.
called
He's
his
lurking,
family. Remember when they all told you to fuck off?
recording me. Yeah, but I do everything for a reason. And
Well,
even
what was the reason for calling his family and trying to harass them?
because I wasn't trying to harass them. I was trying to call his family because I wanted to talk with them about dispatch, about his behavior on Bitwave.
Why do you
and
think
about
they
how-
would care, though?
Because they put a picture of my dead relatives on his page.
Nobody
I wanted to
cares.
have
We've explained that to you. Like, it's not that.
Yeah, because it's my dead family. It's my
He's
dead
dead.
relatives.
He doesn't care.
I care about it. It's my family.
You
so
don't,
you don't
though.
No, but
You really
you don't
fucking
get,
don't. You only use it
care.
as something to get riled up about. You don't give a fuck. You probably never gave a fuck. You could tell in the way you
I don't
talk.
care.
You could tell in the way you use him. You never gave a fuck about your father. That's an act for you to try to garner sympathy. He probably did kill himself because of that, or some such thing.
Okay, I'm out, Mer.
Because you
This
can't
is
handle the
ridiculous.
fucking truth because you're a crybaby little faggot, right?
No, it's not. It's not the truth.
It's not the truth. It's not the truth. I've seen the way you willed him. The only way you use him is as, oh, you guys posted pictures of my dead father.
Whatever, Mer.
I don't know.
Whatever, dude.
Hot. Anyway, we lost Kitty. Am I supposed to sit here and let him just fucking... Anyway. Hot mic. Well, then I'm gonna fix the chat because please only killing game where it's legal. Oh, fuck. Fuck no. Okay, anyway, we lost our guest. I was too mean to him. Damn it. Well, that was fucking epic. I don't think it was that. It was. It's not different. Something's popping up on my screen. I gotta figure out why that's happening. I ain't say anything though. Okay, let's try to get back into the game. And we're still on this fucking level. It's been like an hour. I didn't leave. Oh, did you? Okay, I get it. Okay, back to dusk, which is what we've been doing. Set some stuff to Kitty. You don't let him get away with this bullshit. He gets mad at you. I guess that makes sense. It would be better from his perspective if we just went with all of his bullshit constantly and just let him have his way, because he knows what I'm just rambling now. I should be concentrating on killing scarecrows. Oh, the shotgun is effective a little farther back than I thought it was. That's good to know. Still learning about the game, because I haven't really played it much. I just like what I've played so far. I'll look in a bit and see how long I played it. I'm guessing maybe like 20, 30 hours. I wonder if that's high or low for an estimate. Well, sometimes I just play the same level over and over. Well, that's how I figure out. Anyway, went the wrong way. It's mostly been the first 4 or 5 levels. You have to get something to walk on, because we don't have guys just having a fun little conversation. Next thing I know, we're talking about paranoid schizophrenia, and Kitty ran away. Had a nice conversation too. I was enjoying that, playing games, trying to talk. Although I wasn't doing very good on the game. That part is true. I was kind of fucking up. I've been fucking up. This is normally one of my favorite levels, but like I said, I haven't played a lot of them. I gotta get to the church level because that's its own set of annoyance, and I want to deal with that. I don't know if I know all the secrets on that level or not. I know I'm all on this level. I don't remember if the church level is the next level or some other level.